Nice weather today.
It actually was pretty nice. That piece of crap right there has the whole front end tore off.
What's that?
That's the whole front end tore off.
Is that the Cadillac?
Nah, the Cadillac's in there to the left.
Yeah, must have taken them forever. Well, it's amazing how fast the garbage accumulates.
Well, when you got truckloads coming in, so heavy that it's scraping. Like the trucks are scraping the ground, I guess.
Looks like fucking oil.
It is. It is.
Jesus Christ.
It is.
Fucking amazing. Oh, that's the Cadillac, huh?
Little baby chickadees.
What's that?
Chickens.
Get chickens? No shit.
They had a couple. I've seen 3 of them, free range them. Yeah, this is where Papa goes. This thing, he added a second top, like a port house, pilot house, like a captain. Look at that nice BMW. That's new. That came in last night.
This is pretty ingenious, though.
I told you that what do you call a lighthouse?
Yeah. A cupola.
Is that what they call them?
Cupola. Well, it's not a lighthouse, but like a cupola.
Okay.
They used to call them a widow's walk.
Okay.
You
cool.
see them on houses in Burlington,
Yeah,
old
I have.
houses. And what that was is the captains of ships, when they came into harbor, their wives would go up every morning and look and see if their ship was in the harbor.
Okay.
How you doing?
What's up, brother? Chilling.
Fucking amazing. Yeah, the first generation of people that moved in here didn't have cars or motorcycles that I saw. This seems to be something new this summer.
This guy's been here since day one, and there was that first Winnebago moved in over there, and that was he was Robert Sweeney came in with that first. Then he invited his friend Mike, this gentleman, and he's the one that just drove by us on the motorcycle. This is all his mess over there, the little short dude, and those two have invited everybody, and it's all started because of those two.
That one guy?
Him and yeah, this one's been in jail since the start.
Oh, has he?
So it's been all this one inviting everybody, and yeah, it's just been a big meth haven. But there's a few people here. I'd like to introduce you to this Spanish gentleman. He's a really nice. He built all this out of pallets, and he actually has a legit home. I believe he has a girlfriend now. He's an older Spanish guy. Doesn't do any drugs. Doesn't do nothing. This is probably and he's a really nice guy too.
Huh.
So yeah, he's in here somewhere.
Oh, nice little planter box.
Beautiful area, but see, this is how kind of what everybody really should be doing is taking care of the areas.
Well,
and making something really nice.
Well, if they did that, I mean, even though it's an eyesore, it's not as bad. You know, it's.
No, he's really crafty too.
Yeah.
He takes old pallets and takes them apart, and he does everything with
Yeah.
just his hands and wood. He's really crafty and ingenuitive.
Yeah. Well, it looks like he grabbed a couple old railroad ties from the tracks over there.
He's a smart guy.
Yeah. Is he the one that has the Homeless Lives Matter sign on it?
That I don't know, but this is kind of just pretty much his little area right here. That's it. And now this thing back here is where Aaron. Now Aaron's lived here before everybody. He used to have this thing, this little box truck. He had converted into a home.
Yep.
He used to have it on the fence line years ago, and it was always been here for years and years and years. He's a really old guy. He's a doctor, a retired doctor, little short guy, rides a bicycle, and much older than you. That's his, and he had a silver Impala that used to be parked next to it. And for the whole time, he just got tired of all this being around him, so he moved that over here because he was worried about it being blown up because of all the meth heads and
Yeah.
them making meth. So he brought all his stuff over here so it didn't get caused fire damage.
Yeah.
And, so, yeah. And then there's just kind of like 32 tents all throughout in here.
Yeah.
All through the back. There's probably about 12 more and whatnot. But yeah, this gentleman keeps everything really beautiful. He does a good job. He's a nice guy.
Well, you have to introduce me sometime.
Yeah, if he was around sometime. And that's where the property is all down there. That's the Austin, Jordan, and all that.
Now, is this the light that I see on at night? This one right here?
No, I don't believe that. No, that's this thing. And we got another one that sticks up. There's no power to these. There's up in this tree or something, one up in that tree. But the city provides the dumpsters for them, porta potties and stuff, and that's so far. And then when the Wi-Fi comes, and everything else comes, all that shit will come too.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
And what's this? They're bringing in water?
They built this.
Oh, this is what they were probably welding on the other night.
This is what he's been making over here for probably 2 weeks.
Yeah. I assume that's for water.
I wouldn't know. Probably it used to be. Or some kind of hazardous chemical. Hi, Ruthie. How you doing, Ruthie?
Good. Have you seen Elijah around?
I haven't today, no.
Fucking evening.
I saw him walking around, driving around the bikes and all that jazz yesterday, but
Yesterday?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a minute ago. Elijah's a new Elijah today.
I just got here, I got here just a little while ago. I live across the street in a big ass trailer. Right next to the business.
Trailer?
Yeah, the big old mobile home that's pulled in there. Right across from the entrance.
I'm gonna have to look because I guess I've
When you
never
go out
been.
the entrance, just look straight across and you'll see this big ass
Did
trailer.
it just get moved in? Or?
Yeah,
No.
3 days ago.
That's funny, dude. I was like looking at this rig over there. It's a van. Is that yours?
That's a friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the one that was parked over at Kegel's, right out back.
Kinda. It doesn't move too far. It stays kind of always right there in the yard because it's family and friends.
I ended up honestly, I ended up sleeping in there one night.
In the blue van?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because it was raining and I didn't have a place to go. And
Right.
somebody told me to go just stay in there.
Oh,
So
I'm surprised it wasn't locked.
yeah,
I didn't
it was unlocked and it was
Oh,
clean.
cool.
It was very clean in there too.
Cool.
I caught it at a good time.
I hope you left it clean.
Which blue van?
The landscapers.
The one
Oh.
with the tape on it, I believe.
Yeah, this is the actual landowner across the street that owns the
Oh, yeah?
business to the
Hello.
left.
I'm Ruth.
Your roof?
Yep,
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
The auto body shop,
Cool.
and right next to it, all that, this is the landowner of all that. And so he likes to come over and see every now and then the new neighbors and who's here.
Well,
And-
I'm new, but I'm also leaving.
Oh, okay.
I was actually checking. I had a rough day a couple of weeks ago, and I was
That's too bad.
out back there. I don't hope you don't mind. And there's a beautiful little opening, right? And
Yeah,
it
there is.
opens up into, and there's these beautiful trees that rise above, and the branches make a perfect triangle. You know what I'm talking about?
Sort of.
Oh,
It's-
I do.
wanted to camp there, but I didn't know if I was allowed to.
Yeah, no, we're trying
I'm-
to keep people out of the yard now because we've had too much stolen.
Yeah.
And so that's why I had to move in to actually keep people out. We have the one couple there to right now, and we're not allowing nobody else because half the stuff got stolen off the boat from Jasper.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, dude, all my belongings, everything of Rivers is gone.
well, apparently he's the guy doing it to everybody. So
He's the one man. He's the one shoe bandit too. He steals one shoe and then leaves the rest.
well, everybody doesn't like him, I guess, because he does it to everybody.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's okay though. Hey,
It's Ruth or Ruthie?
Ruth.
Ruth.
Or
nice,
Ruthie, I
nice,
mean-
nice to meet you.
I prefer Ruth. It's
Yeah.
a little older, you know.
Yeah.
I've
so-
known you forever.
Ruth is.
He calls me Ruthie. We don't-
Yeah.
Ruth or Ruth?
When did we
Yeah.
meet? Back in
That's actually a Dutch
2006?
name.
about
2007?
2010 at least.
Because I knew your mom too. So.
Yeah, I was about 14, 15.
Her mom stayed here for a short while when Jesse was here.
You know
Yeah.
Lori?
Yeah.
Little Lori?
No.
No.
No,
Huh. I'm sure if you saw her, you'd probably recognize her.
I might.
She's a Spitfire.
Yeah, yes, yes.
Hey, do you have a
Definitely.
smoke on you right now?
I do.
That'd be fucking awesome, man. Are you with your old lady still?
Yeah.
Is she still dyeing her hair purple?
Oh yeah.
Because I want to dye my hair purple.
Yeah, she
I'm
does.
serious. Like, I've been, like, Lexi.
It's a kind of a custom blend that I pick out, and we kind of, she does it, and
Fire
yeah.
red. Like that.
Yeah.
A little darker.
Yeah.
With the purple.
I like it, yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, we're
it's
just
nice to
cruising
see
through.
you.
Yeah, it's always nice seeing you.
I'm right over there for the meantime if you
Okay,
guys
cool.
want to visit some more.
Yeah, maybe.
She's sorting through her markers. I'm fucking just floating now because I just got done packing. So
Yeah, I might come over see if you're
it's
okay
nice to
every
see
now
you.
and
I'm
then.
gonna give you a hug,
Always.
man.
Yeah, no problem.
Bye,
We're old friends, but it's all good. Yeah.
Rivers 2.
Oh, wow.
He'll be 2 on February 12th.
He's
so.
with Grandma.
No.
Oh.
No, I'll talk to you about
Okay.
that another day.
You can hit me up on Facebook
Take care, Ruth.
I barely get on, but I can do that if
or
when I get the
Messenger or
time.
something. You know.
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Ruth.
Hopefully I can wander onto the land and look at that beautiful spot of yours again.
Well, you can talk to Harley about that.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Dang, that's gonna be a tough party.
Have a good
Take
night.
care.
No, I believe this gentleman here is probably the only legit also gentleman because he drives a $40,000 Crossroads Enduro street bike.
Oh yeah.
And I haven't met him yet, but this is kind of, he seems legit right here. It's always clean, it's always cool, copacetic.
Yeah.
So I would assume he has nothing to do with this. It's just caught up in the mess too, and the noise. But there's a few people, I believe, probably 1 or 2 or 3 maybe, but they're tired of the noise and the cars and everything. He was dragging a radiator, that's what it was.
Jesus Christ.
That's what was stuck underneath it. Run that all from underneath it, all the way through. Look at the radiators caught onto this. Probably tore the whole oil pan out. Yep.
Yeah. God.
This is who our friend Kevin is apparently looking for this gentleman, Elijah, who was her boyfriend.
Oh, Elijah?
Mm-hmm.
So that is, what's her name again? Ruth.
Yes.
Didn't he have another girlfriend?
He probably had several.
Oh, because when you sent me that picture once.
That wasn't the wrong person. Other person. different person. Yeah, this is all oil that just got leaked out from that oil pan. It tore the whole ground up.
Jesus.
Dragging it in.
So I haven't seen this guy for a few days since they put up these
Wow,
blocks.
look at the rut that thing dug.
Yeah.
Jeez. That's the Sears encampment. There, now I can stop my video. So yeah, apparently that girl Ruth has a bunch of stuff all over Pornhub. The actual.
Oh, does she?
Yeah, under Queen Cleopatra. You can find her under that. Not bad. She had a little more weight on her and looked a lot better.
She's tiny.
Now, because of meth. That's what meth does. It makes you skinny. Sucks you up, swallows you up, takes all your bones and your muscles and eats away at it first. And then your family and friends.
Yeah.
And then your loved ones. And then you're outside of your person and all alone. And that's why you end up with those suicide freaking pictures that were all over the City Hall Park because these just people can't keep that fucking needle out of their arm.
Yeah.
And throw them everywhere. My buddy Wyatt, who actually works in the City Hall Park, he's one of the City Hall Park workers that clean up the place all day long. So yesterday, when I got down there downtown, first thing in the morning, there was a tent in the middle of City Hall Park on the ground.
Really?
Swear to God.
How long did that last?
Apparently it was overnight. And
Really?
Yeah. And so when I got there, I get there around 8 o'clock, usually 8:30 in the morning, and that's where I sit. I do my work. I sell some pot, come home. Some days it takes a little longer because it's slow. So that fucking thing was there all day long. Come around noon, when Chocolate Thunder Security, who works there now every day,
Yep.
just pretty much to tell people to put their cigarettes out or go smoke outside,
Yep.
and break up the common fight every now and then. And they actually tried to get into the tent and tore the top off and seen a guy in their lane, some colored guy, he's a meth head, and dreads and whatnot. So they told him, bro, you can't be in here like this sleeping in City Hall Park. Get your shit, roll it up, move it out. So he got up and put the tent down, laid it down, and then later in the evening he popped it back up. So Wyatt comes over and he's like, fuck that. He took it and started taking it apart. When he moved it, 30 needles come rolling right out of the door of it, right onto the ground.
Wow.
And so he's like, fuck that. He let it go. And the guy was on the other side of the park, so he ended up grabbing a needle out of his hand, putting it in his hand like a stabbing device and coming at him. What are you doing touching my fucking shit? I'm a fucking diabetic. And I'm like, yeah, you're a diabetic. You're 98 pounds, like you're a real big fat case of diabetes.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. You're a junkie.
It'd be really fun to get a whole bunch of people together with tents
Yeah.
and just move into City Hall Park as a protest to
Remember
this.
they did that years ago, Tent City? And one person got shot, and one person got shot, and one person got stabbed down there. 2 deaths. And so they don't want that ever to happen again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that Tent City 4 years
sounds like
ago.
it'd be good incentive for the city if someone did it again. They'd be like, "Whoa!"
And it was for some general protest, is how it really started. But then it was just you vagrants just came down just because the hell of it, and knew you could, because you could. And it had nothing to do with the protests like these guys. This has nothing to do with homelessness. This has everything to do with the meth.
Yeah.
You could score it and get high next door, come back next door to the dealer, score it, tweak all night, and get away with it because the cops don't do nothing. It's
Yeah.
like what they call OK Corral, No Man's Land,
Yeah.
Bartertown.
Yeah.
Same thing, Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. This is all what that is.
I watched Beyond Thunderdome last night.
This is fucking that.
It is.
Bartertown.
It's exactly
All
it.
I'm waiting for is the black Tina Turner.
Yep.
2 man enter, 1 man leave. And they got a little fucking pit. They get inside that little round house and they fight.
I hadn't watched that movie in years. I downloaded it last night and I watched it from
There's
beginning
3
to
of
end.
them. There's a Mad Max. There's Mad Max, the Road Warrior.
Well, there's 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah,
there's
Mad
3
Max,
of them.
Mad Max Road Warrior, then Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome,
Yep.
which was with Tina Turner. That's
That was
my
the
favorite
third one. That was the-
that one has a good soundtrack. I mean, I really
Yeah.
was a fan of Tina Turner. She had a great fucking voice, and tell you what, in her 50s, even in her 60s, that bitch would dance, and she had some calves twice the size of our leg.
Yeah.
I mean, she was a dancing machine in her 60s.
Yeah.
And I always kind of digged her. Even when Ike was beating her ass, she still had a great voice.
Yeah.
She's always been a stand-up, strong woman.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've always enjoyed her music.
Well, she played that role really well.
What's up, Ginger Jimmy?